sit like that, getting ready for the fight. He's just sitting in his corner, like on his butt.
Different approach.
I like to crouch, the Anderson Silva crouch. Like, I don't mind that, but just sitting on your butt like that was very weird.
Well, you talked about the reach. 74 for Wilson compared to 63 for Frei. That's quite the advantage.
It'll be interesting real quick to see how he does that.
Wilson should be able to control the distance, and Frei knows that immediately coming out with a kick. 2 to start.
Beautiful. Wilson is light on his feet. Carson doing what he needs to, I think. Doing a beautiful job closing the distance, getting him up against the cage, taking away that reach advantage, picking him up, big slam.
And right now, Frei on top.
If you didn't see it, Carson did a really good job of getting him up, and when he went for the slam down, tried to land in side control. Westin Wilson did a beautiful job of regaining his guard in that slam as he is trying to control him with some rubber guard there. That's going to be a nasty go-go plata if Westin Wilson can land that off the bottom. You got to watch those up kicks right there. Got to watch those up kicks. Westin Wilson's legs go for days.
That's exactly what I was going to point out. You've been talking about the distance. We were talking about the reach with the arms. What about the distance with the legs that Wilson has?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. But Carson Frei's doing a fantastic job stuffing those legs down, controlling the position, and landing some big shots from on top.
And controlling the distance. He's done that through the first minute 20 of this fight.
Westin Wilson is doing a pretty good job himself of trying to go for submissions off of his back as well. He's trying to lock up one of those arms and get his hips around, I believe, for an armbar setup.
Beautiful start to this fight. Highly entertaining. Westin Wilson, Carson Frei. 3 5-minute rounds. We're about 2 minutes into this one. And you have to be impressed with the way that Frei has started off.
He's doing a really good job here. I am very impressed. You know, he didn't wait for much filling out, got to work, got him up against the cage, did what he had to get this fight to the ground where obviously he feels more comfortable, like where he has the advantage. Again, it's a story of who could implement their game plan and get it going first. Now, by no means Carson's doing a great job here, but by no means is Westin Wilson not in this fight, because he's doing a fantastic job of attacking off the bottom. He's staying very active with punches, kicks, up kicks right here. Good punch from Carson Frei.
Frei's been fantastic so far.
Carson Frei is really impressive. And he passes his guard. He's in side control. I love side control. Side control, if you're a jiu-jitsu standpoint, you can really control a guy. You can do a lot of damage. It opens up a lot of submissions from side control. Here, he looks like he's just pretty content to hold him here, try to mount him.
Well, the fight has taken place at close proximity, which obviously is something that Frei has to do in this bout.
Absolutely. He's doing a great job of, trying to create space to drop in some elbows and going to work with his right hand here as Wilson is trying to frame up and use the cage a little bit. Wilson going, ooh, nice elbow as he goes for the Americana. Wilson wise to it. Carson elbows to the face. He's very effective with those elbows.
3-4, make it 5 elbows to the face of Wilson. Frei having a lot of success in this controlling position. 3.5 into the round.
If you're Wilson, you just got to get your butt a little bit closer to the cage so you can get a really strong push to try and reverse this position. He just doesn't have quite the leverage because he's so far away. He's got to go for a straight arm ball. Man, Carson Frei is doing a very good job of mixing up the ground and pound and going for submissions. He keeps trying to go for that Americana or straight arm lock.
You may not be able to see it as a viewer, but the first sign of blood coming from Westin Wilson's nose as Carson Frei continues to unload with the right elbow.
Beautiful elbows. He's doing beautiful work right here. Westin Wilson. But you got to remember, Westin Wilson training in his camp. Chris Weidman in his camp. Some of the best wrestling in the middleweight division in UFC history.
Wilson's in trouble.
Wilson is in trouble, but if somebody is prepared to weather this type of a storm, it is Westin Wilson.
Well, Frei has landed several right hands that are causing an effect. What a taxing 420 we've seen so far of this bout.
Oh, gets the hooks in. He's going to go for that rear naked. Beautiful.
Frei is dominating with the right once again. You're looking for the rear naked choke. Can't tell if he's got it from my view. He's got it. That is it.
That is over. Carson Frei, pretty much a flawless victory here in Salt Lake City tonight. Westin Wilson back to the drawing board. You know, and Carson had a beautiful game plan, executed it well, and shows a lot of good respect to his opponent here.
That may have been the performance of the night, because it was sheer domination, taking away the tremendous reach advantage that Wilson possessed going into this fight. Carson Frei, how do you do? Big victory tonight, closes the show in the opening round.
You know, I mean, I said earlier, muscles don't win fights. Length doesn't win fights. It's a nice advantage, but it doesn't win fights.
No.
But if you can't establish that range and that distance, and you get somebody to take you down and you can't get up, it doesn't matter how long you are. You can be 7 foot. If you're on the bottom, you get smashed like that, it's not going to work.
4 minutes and 41 seconds into the first round. Your winner by a rear naked choke, Carson Frei. Carson, that was a very impressive win against a very, very tough Westin Wilson. Talk about that victory, and man, you can wrestle.
Well, you know, he trains with Stephen Thompson out of karate, but I'm a karate black belt myself, so yeah, and I got wrestling to go with it.
Was that your strategy? Was to take him down and work him on the ground?
Yeah, dude, you see how tall he is? Fucking, it's just long reach.
You had some fantastic control. Talk about your training and who you'd like to thank that got you this victory.
I'd like to thank Grid MMA, everyone back home, all the kids I coach, that's how you do it. I love my wife, Haley, Gary, my good friend. I love him too.
Fantastic. We hope to see you again in here. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the co-main event. He got something to say.
Shout out to my manager, Roman Isbell. You're gonna change my life, and I love my parents.
Fantastic. Your winner, Carson Frei, ladies and gentlemen.
Carson Frei gets the W, and that sets us up now for the main event.
Okay, folks.
Jerome Hatch, Chris Curtis. It's the showstopper, the final bout of Fierce Fighting Championship 15.
Somebody's going night-night.